Bonsoir, amis partisans de la Ligue canadienne de football. Je veux tous dire félicitations à l'Ouest de Montréal pour avoir remporté la Coupe Grey. Good evening, fellow fans of the Canadian Football League. I just want to say congratulations to the Montreal Alouettes for winning the Grey Cup. What a game that was! What a game that was. I mean, I love this league. I have since 2013, actually a little bit before that. I started watching in 2013. But it's amazing how these games just finish, how much drama there is. It's even more so than the NFL. I think the way the clock runs kind of creates more dramatic moments. But yeah, so it was the Alouettes and the Blue Bombers facing off for the first time ever in the Grey Cup. They never faced off for the whole thing before, and the Bombers. I read this. They were 7.5 point favorites, which isn't well. They were favored, but not high. Let me put it this way: this wasn't the Canadian equivalent of the of Super Bowls 3 and 36. Those are like the big upsets in the NFL. Because I think in Super Bowl 3 the Colts were favored by 2 touchdowns. I think the Rams were favored by that much too. But yeah, but and it did start out. It did look like the Bombers were gonna get it done and become a dynasty because remember a dynasty in sports supposedly that's the rule I've been reading. I may write about this on Vocal, but a dynasty is supposed to be 3 championships in 5 years. That's what it's supposed to be, and that's why in the NHL that's why the Blackhawks in 2010s technically aren't considered a dynasty because they won 3 cups in 6 years. So they were 1 year later than that, but they have a chance. The Bombers have a chance to become a dynasty, the first dynasty in the CFL in over 40 years, and it looked like it was going to be that way. 17-7 at halftime, and yes, the Owls got one in the third, but still, they were leading entering the fourth. Then, then Montreal took the lead for the first time. I just couldn't believe it. Wow, they were gonna win this, but Coupe ran one in again. He had 2 touchdowns that game, and they had the lead with 5 minutes left. And I was kind of hoping for something here. And now the Alouettes possession after that didn't result in anything, but they managed to keep Winnipeg from moving, so they got the ball back again. And they finally got past midfield with a little under a minute left, and then they got to the red zone. Now I'm thinking, well, overtime. I wanted to see overtime because a game like that should deserves an extra period. It would have been the second in 3 years go to overtime, and the third since I started watching this to go to overtime. But Montreal decided, fuck that. We're gonna go for the whole thing. And Cody Fajardo throws this pass to Tyson Philpott, and he cashed it. I couldn't believe it. It was 11 seconds left, and they had the lead. I went, they're gonna win this thing, and and whatever chance Winnipeg had was snuffed, and the Alouettes won. This is the first time Montreal's really celebrated something this big in any sport since, of course, their last Stanley Cup 30 years ago. Of course, 2 years ago they went to the final, but that was a big deal, especially since they were supposed to be in the playoffs. But the Alouettes, they pulled it off. It was numero huit, which is number 8, um, in their first championship since 2010, and they pulled it off. Fajardo was the MVP. Philpott, not surprisingly, was named Most Valuable Canadian because of that clutch touchdown. And of course, I learned his father won a great cup. Now he's got one. And for the Bombers, they came up short again late. Because that's how it happened last year. Last year Winnipeg had a chance to win it at the end, and Toronto stopped them. This time, um, it was a last moment touchdown that did the Bombers in. But it's back to back Grey Cup losses after winning back to back cups. Damn, I guess the crazy thing is both the back-to-back wins came against Hamilton. I guess when they have to play other teams in the East, they can't win them. At least that's going to be the consensus. But yeah, Winnipeg still has one more chance to become a dynasty. Next year, they have to win to become a dynasty. Remember, three championships in 5 years. That's the rule. As for the Alouettes, what a year for them. Nobody had them winning this thing. It was a Cinderella run. And it ended with them beating the two teams who played each other for the Grey Cup last year. They beat down the Argos, and then they upset they upset the Bombers. What a finish! I love this league. And of course, next year, the Grey Cup's gonna be in Vancouver for the first time since 2014. That was the 102nd game. I remember that one. The Stampeders won that one. But yeah, but that's next year. This year, it's congratulations, felicitations to the Alouettes. They really pulled it off. They won the whole thing. They really did it. So that is my recap of this year's Grey Cup. It was an amazing game. It was close. It was gritty, and it was surprising. So it was just amazing. And of course, we have a long wait for next season because it's a summer league. It's a summer and fall league, the CFL. And I'm hoping CBS kind of fixes their deal because these games needed to be on an actual TV screen. I had to watch on my tablet, on my phone at first, then on my tablet, on the CFL Plus. So yeah, hopefully that gets rectified. But for now, that's my recap. If you like this video, click like. For those on YouTube, click subscribe if you want more. For those on TikTok, feel free to hit that follow button. My story on Vocal will be featured, so check it out when you can. And next time I'll be on here will be to recap week number 11 of the NFL season. So, which was pretty interesting. And will end with a Super Bowl rematch, of course. So with that, I will again say congratulations to the Alouettes and rete le Coupe. Stay tuned. And pardon my literal French.